I just want to bang my head through a wall right now. Mets lose 14-2 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. From Bob Nightingale on Twitter, the Pittsburgh Pirates have just tied a franchise record with 7 home runs, including 2 grand slams, while the Mets have tied a franchise record by giving up 7 home runs. Pirates lead 14-2, and that ended up being the final score. Mission accomplished. 20 seconds in, we recap this baseball game. Wow, look at how quick that one went. All jokes aside, we'll talk about this one, even though there's virtually nothing to talk about. Before we do, leave a like on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're a Met fan, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, because in the third inning, we fell up, right? Because, well, sort of, because the second inning really bothered me to no end because of the fact that the Mets got 2 on and there was no out, and then you have Alvarez who strikes out, and then Iglesias hits it to a double play. But regardless, McNeil hits a home run the third. No one on because it was a leadoff home run. But it's like, all right, we're feeling up. And then the third inning, like, Nimmo's robbing O'Neal Cruz of a catch. We get to the fourth inning, and, you know, the Mets tack on another run because of they got Pete Alonso on with a double, and then Alvarez got hit by a pitch. That was scary. Thought he might have exited the game, and then Iglesias brought in a run, even though he got out on the play. But regardless, it could have been a double play, but it ended up being 2-0 because Iglesias beat out the throw. But then you get to the bottom of the fourth, and Rowdy Tellez hits a home run, and Sawinski hits a home run. Or not good. Not good. Not at all. But tied game, right? Fine. You know, you're still in a spot to win, even though it would have been nice to capitalize in the second inning on scoring. They didn't do it. But, all right, fine. You get to the top of the fifth. Mets go down in order. Bottom of the fifth. Michael A. Taylor with a single, and then Palacios with a walk. And then this had to have been the worst throwing error I've seen in my entire life. And I'm not, like, that's not hyperbole. I have never seen a Little League style throw from the pitcher to second base in my entire life. It was gross. And then Alvarez thankfully made up for it by getting a pickoff at third. And it does not matter. Brian Reynolds, home run. How do you do? Let's throw fastballs down the middle. And that made it 4-2. And then Sevy gets the next 2 outs. We get to the top of the 6th. 2 strikeouts from Martinez and Alonso back-to-back. Stewart with a fly, because DJ Stewart hitting 5th is still a great idea for some reason. We get to the bottom of the 6th. 1-2-3 for Sevy. All right, fine. Top of the 7th. Ground out single there. That got challenged, and it was ruled out initially, overturned to a single, and then 2 outs right away. You get to the bottom of the 7th. I knew something was bad when Yasmani Grandal got a leadoff double. Right then and there. Right then and there. Severino should have been done. Should have been done with Severino right then and there. Granted, let's take a look at our bullpen options. Okay, let's actually pull up the depth chart right now. Let's take a look at who could potentially pitch in the bullpen right now for this team. If we go to the Mets website, we go to the roster, go to the depth chart. All right, so let's take a look. Edwin Diaz. Oh, nope, he's suspended. Adam Ottavino, and not really useful right now. We kind of want to save him for potentially a save opportunity. We got Adrian. Oh, no, Adrian Hauser was used. Reed Garrett. No, we want to save him for a higher leverage. Nunez. No, we got to save him for later. Oh, Jake Diekman's available. Let's put Jake Diekman in the game because for some reason we're still trusting him. This was after Severino loaded the bases. And what did every single Met fan think? Pack it up. See you tomorrow. 4 o'clock. We'll be back here tomorrow. I mean, this one's done. It's over. Nothing to worry about. And Brian Reynolds hits one over the fence, 8-2. You knew right then and there this one was over. Right when Diekman was put into the game. And then a single and a walk, and Ty Adcock had to come into the game, and he got the 3 outs. Whatever. Jeffries comes in for the Pirates, a walk from Lindor, then a strikeout and a double play. And then we get to the bottom of the 8th, and they just teed off of Adcock, which, poor guy. Grandal had a home run. Taylor had a home run. Tellez had a grand slam with the entire crowd chanting his name. Must have felt great for him. And then it got so bad that Luis Torrens had to come in to get the final out. That's where we got to. And outside of an infield single from Alvarez in the 9th inning, nothing. I mean, this is just how sad. How sad. Because Pete Alonso is teeing off of Paul Skeens, but we have DJ Stewart for some reason still batting 5th, hitting behind him, because I just cannot understand. I don't care. I don't care one lick about lefty-righty matchups. Mark Vientos has been one of your best hitters. I originally said McNeil. He got the home run. But even if it's not McNeil, how do you justify putting McNeil and Stewart in the lineup over Mark Vientos when McNeil could play the outfield and you have Iglesias who can and has played second base? Why is it that you cannot just do that and have Vientos in the lineup? Would it have changed the game? No. They lost 14-2. I'm just saying, though, this offense right now, I knew they'd cool off, but yeesh. Yeesh, have they cooled off. 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. You had a 0-4 from the top of your order. Yikes. And then the pitching, like I said, it just gets worse. Severino, yikes. Yikes. Plummeting that value. In 3 of his last 4 starts, yikes. Like, that, this is a problem here, the pitching. And I know that this team is realistically a 500 ball club. Does not make it any more fun. It just does not make it any more fun to watch guys come in and piss on themselves. Diekman, he needs to get TFA'd yesterday. Like, why is it that Diekman continues to get these opportunities when you have numerous guys in Syracuse that have been pitching better? I'd rather see Lucchesi come out of the bullpen. Rather see Josh Walker. Like, I know that I've said in the past that I don't like seeing these guys, but I'd rather that at this point than Jake Diekman. It's just terrible. And then Adcock got his tits lit because he didn't really have a choice. And then Terrenz was like the only good pitcher actually today, getting the 1 out right away. There needs to be a conversation about Jeremy Hefner especially, because why is it too? I'm trying to understand. So the Syracuse Mets literally took a jab at their own major league team. That's how far we've fallen here, right? The Syracuse Mets tweeted 20 minutes ago at the time I'm recording this at around 10 o'clock. Our bullpen tonight with a lock emoji. Tyler J, Danny Young, Eric Orzi, Wilkin Ramos, and Josh Walker combined to work the final 5 1/3 innings in scoreless fashion. We're 41-2 this season when we lead after 6 innings. Just casually the Syracuse Mets dunking on the New York Mets. What's going on that when these guys, and this is a conversation I have with the hitting coaches too about them, but I'm going to look at the pitching mostly with Hefner. There's got to be a conversation here that there's an issue here between what's going on in Syracuse with the pitching versus here. And I know that you could say, well, it's an easier level, this and that, but 41-2 is after leading, what was it? After leading 6 innings or something? That's a substantial right. Like, that is no, like, it's not like it's something where it's like, oh, all right, 30-12, 30-15, where it's like 15. It's even then, that would be something like impressive, but it's not like this is a wide margin. What is happening when these guys are up here in the majors? I have zero clue. And the fact that Jeremy Hefner, like, I don't even know if he stepped foot out of the dugout once tonight. How does he not step foot out of the dugout once? Terrible. Just terrible. And I don't know. And it's just the fact that every single mound visit, it was Alvarez initiating it. Something's got to change. And I have zero clue what it could be. But something has to give with the pitching in some regard. Because again, I have zero clue how you fix this. Diaz coming back from his suspension is just not enough because every starter is inconsistent. The one guy that I thought was consistent, Severino, has been an issue lately because he was a dog up until a couple starts ago where he had a bad one. It's like, all right, fine, you chalk it up. It is what, I mean, you can even date it back to that start in Texas, right, where he allowed 6 runs. And then the next start, great against the Cubs. And then these past 2 starts, like I said, though, 3 out of his last 4 was like up until that start, that Texas start where he was just a dog. And it's like you chalk it up and it's like, all right, bounce back next game. He did. And then this is just what it's been. Yikes. I don't know. But there's got to be a conversation here to be had that, like, was Severino tipping pitches? Was the game plan not executed? Was what was the game plan? Throw the fastball down the dick to a mediocre lineup? Okay. All right. I don't know. I'm sitting here saying things need to change when it comes to that department, but I don't know what will. And it's just unfortunate because I looked going into the season, I was like, man, this bullpen, pretty good. You get Diaz back. Not great at first. Finally bounces back, gets suspended. You get Brooks Raley back there. Dog. Hurt. Intrigued by the idea of Sean Reed Foley. Hurt. Drew Smith. But it's like, at least a major league arm. Hurt. So I don't know how you fix this because there's nobody available without giving up assets. And the only change you can make is from within, whether it's calling guys up or making a change to your staff. And Hefner's been here for a while. And is it time? Is it time yet? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications. I'll see you in the next one.